Okay, I've got 9:58, so we're going to give it just a couple more minutes, Luis, and then we'll get us started again.
Yes.
And this is Nancy. Again, remember I was able to adjust the polling questions, excuse me, for the rest of the sessions here. And so they will work better than the very first ones. And whenever they come up, we will be keeping them up for about 1:45. And so try to get your responses in as soon as possible. This is how we also take attendance. It's only one of the ways that we do it. We also take screenshots. We use your registration forms. So if you don't get a chance to answer one of the poll questions, that's okay. We also take a look at the poll questions as all of them, not just one of them. They're combined together to be able to get a full picture of who was on the Zoom meeting.
All right. Welcome everybody back. Thank you for rejoining us. Just a quick preview of the rest of our morning. We have our membership team that's going to talk with us some more about using tools of Rotary for your membership efforts. We also have Nancy Ross, and she's going to be talking with us about the roles of club officers and possibly also district officers, and how to select good folks for those roles and what their jobs entail. We'll take one more break and come back to wrap up with some information about conducting virtual meetings and hybrid meetings and best practices for those things. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Luis Cavazos and his membership team.
Unmute, Luis. Thank you. We're back, and the beauty of this session is that you're going to continue to meet some of the membership team that are so talented as we move along. So anyway, the session is going to be on how to navigate through MyRotary and some other websites. Here we are. We're learning, of course, and that was last year again. So we're going to jump right into the poll question. Do you have an active MyRotary user account at RI? Rotary.
For presidents or other officers who might be on here, there are reports available to you at the MyRotary club reports that will tell you which of your members have this MyRotary user account. And there is a presidential citation from Rotary that does have a percentage requirement. And this, I'm not sure whether this is part of the district ones or not, to have a percentage of your members with a user account. But you can find out who has it with one of the reports.
We've been hovering around 80% voted. We could probably call that puppy.
Yes. So
84% yes, 2% no, and 14% I don't know. And we had about 50 out of the 64 participants doing it. Okay,
so it's good.
Back to you.
It's good to see that there's a lot of Rotarians that do have an account. So we want to encourage all of you to get an account. And so the goal today for this session, of course, is going to be to navigate, show you how to navigate through MyRotary and and also the district website, and you'll get to see also the Ignite for those of you that have not navigated through there. So of course, naturally, the agenda today is we'll welcome you back again, and we're going to navigate through MyRotary. Also, the District 5930 website, we put in that as an extra, and the Ignite is even an extra. So, and then we'll have some concluding remarks that you're going to love when we finish. So we're going to go straight into the next poll. And the question is, when was the last time you visited the Rotary.org website? This is a little trick, a little more into it than the last one. So we want to encourage you to get into the website often to see what's going on. Wow.
And for those of you that have logged in recently, you are painfully aware that the website went under lots of major changes. And so it might not be working from one day to the next, but just try again.
Yes, thank you, Justin.
That was true of MyRotary more than it was of Rotary International, but MyRotary was and is a little difficult to navigate and new design, you know, new places to go.
It still has some excellent information on membership, as you all are going to see. What's the percentage? There we go. That makes me very happy. 79% recently. Fantastic. So we're going to jump right into it. And this is when you get into MyRotary, you know, and you go to learning and reference, very important. Then you're going to go to learn by topic and then get into membership. And that's where all the action is. And once you get into the membership section, that just blew my mind, all the information that it has. And now the next slide is going to show that one a little bigger. And I want to thank our member, Dr. Z, for doing this. It was fantastic. So this is what you see on the website, the resources to increase your close value. All the way from assess your club, engage current members, connect with prospective members, develop your club. It's just incredible. And each one, actually, I need to let you know that each of those is an active link. So once you all can get this PowerPoint, these actually are active live links. And as you can see, we highlighted engage. So we went into engage current members because we thought that's what they want us to do this year. And so we highlighted improving your membership retention. And you'll be surprised how much information you get when you click on that. And of course, best practices, flexibility and innovation, a bunch of things that you can get in there. But right now, we just want to show you how to navigate through it. And I believe everybody's going to get a copy of this, right? Correct?
Yes, this presentation will be posted by Wednesday of next week
Awesome, Nancy. Thank you.
in the toolbox.
Yes. I think this is, I think I actually went a little bit into Jean's presentation on the engagement. So I don't know if you had something that you wanted to add, J. Dean, is your turn.
No, sure. If we
Want to go back? You want to
go
go back to that slide? Let's go back to that slide.
and we'll be quick about it. The one thing I wanted to make sure that we did point out, like Luis was saying, is this is more of an invitation. There's so much that Rotary provides us. There's so many tools available to us. It'd be 2 full days to go through all of it. So this is more of an invitation to check out. Here in a second, we're going to go to the next slide, but you'll see the website. You do not have to be signed in. So if there's someone that's reticent about signing in or think that's too complicated, this is a task you can give to just a regular member or membership committee to look through some of these things. So we invite you to go to the website. We spend all this time, we spend a lot of time engaging new members and trying to invite new members and be attractive to new members. But it doesn't do a lot of good if you're not keeping a hold of the ones you got. And these are great tools to go through. You're going to see in here that they have questionnaires. You're going to see highlighted in the center there, improving your membership retention. You're going to see at the bottom, connect, to make sure that everybody knows what everybody else does, and make some synergy connections using those tools. You do not have to be signed in. Take a look at those. And then Luis left us off on the next slide, if we can go to that one. And there's the website Luis was talking about, and those are the pictures of some of the tools that you'll have availability to, including the Learning Center and some stories of best practices from people around the country. And we can go to the next slide, and I'll get us back to where we need to be. One of those other things is improving your membership retention. And there, I'll give it back to you, Luis. I know you've got a couple of slides in here, or maybe Armando is going to take over.
Okay. Am I up?
Yes, sir. And Armando, I've just put them in one of the tools, which is improving your membership retention. And if we'll go to the next slide, we'll go to one of the other things in that same tool, and that's Rotary Research. Thanks, Armando.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. Just want to say thank you for being with us today, and it's been great information about membership. There's a lot of things here that's been said, and I just want to emphasize the Rotary Research here is what it is and what it's saying here, that Rotary members stay with less than 1 year. Along the lines of what we've been talking about being a vibrant club, I think it's also important to have in our membership chair to have a new member orientation program. And in that program, the orientation should include and educate our new members as to what is Rotary, who are we? And I think the great information we just saw here on the Rotary.org, you can look at the object of Rotary, you can download that, and it talks away about the 4-way test. The most important one that I like is the ABCs of Rotary. And it's a 38-page document. It's short summaries of each items what Rotary is. Also, the member should realize, the new member should be educated as to how much does Rotary cost, how much does Rotary membership cost. We should talk about the RA dues, we should talk about district dues and club dues. And then how do we, and what was interesting on the slide before us was, how do I find my Rotary membership number? When you log in to Rotary.org, you can go into member access and you can do your profile, and you'll see your Rotary membership ID number. It should be there. Also in the orientation should be, what are the benefits of joining Rotary? And we can talk about fellowship and leadership and so on. But then this right here, this Rotary Research here kind of explains as to what happens when our members leave within 1 year. As I just summarized, what I believe to be a good new membership orientation program would educate the member as to the expectations of the member, the benefits of joining Rotary, and what they can get out of Rotary. And the number one cause that we join Rotary is to serve others. Service, our motto is a service above self. And if we can explain that and educate our new members as to who we are and what we do. Also, I also want to mention that the person that was sponsored or proposed by the active member Rotarian should also be involved with the new Rotary's involvement in the club in the first year. That way he or she can feel somewhat comfortable with the person that sponsored him or her, and that kind of guide him as a mentor. So having said that, I believe when you have all that in place and we're all active, engaged, we're going to see less people, less Rotarians leaving our clubs and within the first year or so. So anyway, I just want to mention that to you. We want to connect our new members. We also want to sign them to maybe a committee. We want to explain to them the avenues of Rotary, club, service, international, and so on. Get them involved into one of those committees that the club is engaged with. We want to engage our new members as to the structure of Rotary, from the club level to the district level, to the zone level, and to the international level. And so they realize that they're not just joining just a social group, they're joining a national organization that's over 100 years old, and that it is very well structured with members of all classifications of professionalism. We want to make the new members feel welcome. We want to welcome them. We want to encourage them to get involved. What was their passion in joining the Rotary Club? What is their passion in serving their community? What is something that they want to do to give back to the community? And that is something that we want to encourage. We also want to encourage them to get involved in leadership development. Go to the assemblies, go to the conferences that the district has. And when they do that, and when we have them involved in that, our retention rate will stay much higher. Is there a next slide? Okay. These are some of the items or some of the brochures. Rotary Basics, I mentioned ABCs of Rotaries, that's the Rotary Basics. I encourage all members, new members, to have that. It's a very book on the essence of Rotary, how it became and how it started, introducing new members to Rotary. These are all brochures and information materials are available on the rotarship.org. So I believe that this should be involved in our membership new orientation program. So what's the next slide there? Okay. Starting a new club. How do we start a new club?
Mondo, this is
Mondo?
Debbie.
Oh.
Next up, we're turning over to Andy.
Oh, thank you, Andy.
Haig.
Saved by the
Thanks,
bell.
thanks, Mondo.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Armando. So our
Thank you.
attention thus far for strengthening membership has included, identifying ways to recruit members, engage members, usually, effective orientations, as well as, develop our members. And ultimately that should result in retention. What I'd like to do now is look at ways to identify opportunities to grow Rotary by emphasizing starting new clubs. And some of the key points here to mention in this segment is that Rotary's new action plan seeks to expand our reach, in part by offering new ways to get involved. Our district is involved in a Phoenix 223, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes, but it's to capture ideas and best practices throughout two paired zones. That's paired 25B and 29, extending from Canada all the way down through the northern part of South America. And it includes 23 districts in each zone, so that the idea of 223 is 2 zones and 23 districts within each zone, as well as the date that Rotary International started back in February of 1905. Long story short, there's a lot of resources to support you here. As we move forward, we want to look at starting new clubs increases our ability to improve lives in communities around the world. There's been, Rotary has done a study, and it has had more membership growth from new clubs than from adding members to existing clubs. So I thought that was a point that we should raise just to create more awareness. And new clubs may be ways to attract diverse segments of your community while retaining members who want a different club experience. So on this next slide, we look at the innovative and flexible club models. If you can't read it, you can also see this at the Resource Center under MyRotary, under membership, and then to club models. The first is what we're very familiar with is our traditional Rotary Club, but there's various other types of clubs that offer flexibility. For example, if you're thinking of expanding your membership and would like to begin or start a satellite club, that would be one where your club would sponsor another club. Perhaps it's at a different time within your locale. Perhaps it's in a different area in relationship to where you currently meet, or in a different format, online or a hybrid, as we know, Zoom or GoTo meetings. But the benefit here is that you're expanding your membership, extending yourselves with the opportunity to create a satellite, and that those members, if you can get up to 8 members, you can then formally start and RI will recognize the satellite club. There's also e-clubs that provides more flexibility for those individuals that are very, very busy and time constrained in some instances. Passport clubs is another way. It's different than the e-club in that you're allowing members to be very flexible, visiting other clubs or other service projects and what have you, and still being able to qualify for the attendance meeting at minimum 2 times per month. There's also a new club type that is the corporate club. And if in each of these instances, when you get to club models here, if you just hit on the link on the left side that you see where I'm highlighting and naming off the different club types, it will drill down and give you information, including guides to become a passport club, guides to become a corporate club, the bylaws, a template for the bylaws for each of these types of formats and what have you. So it's very, very powerful if you just take the time to drill down. We also have what I like is the cause-based club. This is a cause-based club. These are those that kind of hone in on specific causes. For example, if you look at peace building and let's say conflict prevention, that might be a reason to rally around. And we know that this has been instrumental and effective in other districts because, let's say, veterans clubs have been formed in the area of Houston and other areas and districts to really embrace that particular idea. Other cause-based could be literacy and education, where you might have faculty members at a university and professors that say, you know, we just can't make a noon meeting. We're here at the campus. Maybe you could either create a cause-based satellite club, because you got to kind of look outside the box here. A cause-based satellite club at a university or campus, or perhaps at the high school level. What we're trying to do is increase our reach to those areas that we currently don't have that presence. The next one would be the alumni-based club. That would include prospective members that have been involved in, say, global grants or global scholars, peace scholars, RILA, or Costa Rica scholars. You might have interactors, Rotaractors, and it kind of leads me into that last particular club type, which is the Rotaract Club. You have 2 different types, the university-based and or community-based. And I'm proud to say that the Rotary Club of Mission recently initiated not only a community-based, first ever community-based Rotaract Club in our district, but it's also a cause-based because it's targeting and encouraging young professionals with learning, let's say, learning differences and special needs to join. And they are not confined in this instance by any kind of geographic boundaries because it's online. It's online through Zoom, via Zoom. So if this resonates with you and you feel like, hey, you would like to join me as a new club champion representing our district, and you feel like there may be opportunities to offer a new club experience in your areas, please put your contact information in the chat box and I will reach out to you personally after these sessions and we can start to discuss ways and what might be those opportunities relative to your community assessments and your community needs. And we'll take you and support you every step of the way. Thank you. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Debbie.
Thank you, Andy. So we've talked about some of the resources that are available on our website and toolkit, and we'll be getting into some more things, but you also have human resources that are available to you. And you've seen that by just the team members that have shown up. Most of them have been able to be here. We also, when you're on that location where they showed you on MyRotary, you can drill down to find what Rotary support you have at the international level. And we do have a regional membership officer, their paid staff. That's Emily Tucker. And some of you may know her. We used to have another regional membership officer. Most of the time they work more at the district level, but they have been known to work with clubs. So anything membership, Emily Tucker is our RMO, which we love acronyms in Rotary, our regional membership officer. I am, most of you know, Debbie High, honored to be a past district governor from 2016, 2017 for 5930, and also serve as a Rotary coordinator. So my responsibility with my counterpart, Diane Edwards, is we serve the 23 districts in our paired zones, anything membership matters. So I'm honored to be representing you from the membership side. And we, of course, we also have foundation represented with Art Zeitler, and we also have our public image with Alita. So we have quite a zone presence, which brings us also to Andy. He is not only our past governor, but serves as an assistant Rotary coordinator on Diane's and my team. So we're excited about that. And as he alluded to, he's the new club champion for District 5930 for our Phoenix 223 project, which is solely there to help. Like, we had a great question that came in: what's the difference between a satellite club and a community Rotaract club? And I'll answer that a little bit, or one of our team members will answer that in the chat here in a little bit. So you have regional support too. But then you can see the phenomenal membership team that we have at 5930. Luis Cavazos has been our membership chair for a few years now. He was on the team when I was the membership, Lieutenant Governor membership for our district before I served as an assistant governor and then as a governor. But you can see the depth of our committee. Our team members were really excited. We have representation from across the district. If it's something you're passionate about and want to join our team, but I'm really, really excited. And we all willingly want to meet, and we Zoom every Monday evening. So we are really excited to serve you and are available, especially with Zoom, to come in and do presentations. And Juanita will talk a little bit later about a specific presentation that they go on the Zoom road with. But honored to be part of the team. And I just wanted to introduce you to some of your human resources that you have that are really connected with the membership side of things. At this time, I'd like to have our governor, Eddie, come on, and he's going to talk a little bit more about the structure of this support team. And I know you might not be able to read this, but he'll review it a little bit. And again, these slides are going to be made available to you, but a great new model that's been put in place this year. Eddie, take it away.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. And as you can see from the slides that Debbie was going over, we've got some tremendous involvement from Rotarians from all around the district and on all these teams, not only the membership team, but you'll also see the foundation team, the public image team, and it goes on. And I'm just so happy and proud of our Rotarians. I think for the first time in a long time, we have total commitment and involvement from Rotarians from around the district. And it's not just a select few, but it's everybody's coming together. And it's just so exciting that we have this type of support. And as you can see with this slide that's on the screen now, we have, the district consists of 13 areas, and each area has assigned anywhere on average of about 4 to 5 clubs. And you're in one of those areas, so you can see which area that your club's involved in. And each area has an assistant governor, as you can see on there. And we'll look at like area 1, Matagorda area. Scott Hollingsworth is the assistant governor for the Edna, Ganado, Port Lavaca, and Goliad. And you can go around all of them and just see where you are. But something that we started this year as well is that I wanted to get the district governor team involved in helping the assistant governors in their duties around the district. And so I got myself, Armando Chapa as a governor-elect, and Kent Greer as a governor nominee to get involved with your assistant governors and to assist them with the duties that they have, because these assistant governors have a lot of work to do. They have to assist the clubs with membership and foundation and public image and setting their goals. And it goes on of what they assist the clubs with. And so I wanted the district governors, including myself, to assist the assistant governors with these duties and kind of make sure that they're able to support the clubs like we want them to, and to follow up with them. And so it's just been working very well. And as you can see, as you go around, like area 1, Kent Greer is the governor that's assisting in that area, and each of them have, well, we divided into 3, so we have about 3 to 4 areas a piece that we look at, and we primarily assign that to the clubs that are in the area where where King resides. And then, of course, the clubs that I have are kind of the clubs that were in my area, and same thing with Armando. And so I think it's working out very well, and we've got very, very good support. So if anybody, any of you members, any of the members of the club need assistance, you can not only look to your assistant governor, but you can also call the governor that's assigned to that area as well. Someone had a question?
No, that's Orlando. I think he's next.
Oh, is Orlando next? Okay. All right. Well, I will pass it on to Orlando then.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Loud and
can.
clear.
So with all that has been said, I think our image matters. So I don't know if I can see the slide.
Yeah, so if you can't see the slides, Orlando, the
Okay, I
one
can.
we're
No,
on
no, I
is,
can see it.
all
So
right.
one of the first steps that I need to follow is to go to the MyRotary.org. Secondly, you have to log into your account, and then you can go on your third step, the member center. So after the member center, you have to go to brand center. When you go to brand center, you will find different sections to start promoting your platforms, even Facebook, website, emails, etc. You name it. So you can use different material from our website that it's very good material. So you can find people of action watermarks. You can find guidelines that everything that you can use or you can't use. There's different options there. You can find Rotary main brand logos. You can find the Rotary International logo, the Interact logo, the Rotaract logo, some templates that you can create, different pamphlets, different flyers to promote your own club. So you can find ads. If you are willing to manage social media, you can find ads to create content online. So you can find videos and photos from our website. So guys, join leaders, exchange ideas, and take actions. That's our website.
Thank you, Orlando.
Juanita, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, in addition to MyRotary, we want all of you to know the information that you can have at your fingertips. The District 5930 website is very, very important for your clubs. You know, this is a website that informs us about everything. You know, frankly, I go to this website a couple of times a week just to see what's going on, see what is due. So it's very, very important. Notice on the green bar, the toolbox is highlighted, and this is what Nancy Paulson keeps referring to as to the area where you can locate many of the videos, many of the presentations, many of the documents. You know, everything that you need is at the toolbox. Could I have the next slide? Okay, here we go to the same green bar, and you can see that there's a membership area. And if you click on the membership area, the first item on the list is the Ignite membership program. And now that I mentioned Ignite, let's go to the next slide so we can take a poll and see how familiar you are with Ignite. So take a minute of your time to let us know. This is important information. And while you're doing that, let me tell you a little bit about Ignite. It was started by Ken Boyd, who was a membership chair of RI President Rick King. This program was brought to the district by then Governor Debbie Hyde in 2016. Our club was very instrumental in getting it started. We needed help bringing in members. So, you know, we wanted to try it out and really worked for us. So let's see if, are we ready for the results yet?
We have,
It's less than a minute. We only have 47 out of 63, 76%. Let's get a few more votes,
Okay.
folks. Okay, we're getting a few more votes. Yeah, now they're coming. Almost done, 85%. Come on, a few more. I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1. Here's results.
that really was exciting.
Okay, well, we can see that we have a good variety of members that really know about it, some that, know quite a bit, others that somewhat, and then others that really need to get with it with Ignite. So thank you for taking part in the poll. Let's go to the next slide because we want to continue giving you information about Ignite. Our club, well, like I mentioned, started with Ignite way back because we needed a lot of help. Right now, our club has 109 members. So, apparently, it works. And there's a lot of data out there that's been compiled by Debbie and Luis that shows that the clubs that use Ignite bring in more members than those that don't. So this is why we want to make you aware of all the documents that are in this area of the website, of the district website. And you can see that there are like 12 different documents that all you have to do is click on there and you're able to print whatever copies you want to make so that you can share with your club. Let's go to the next one, please. Okay, and here, also part of the toolbox, you can see there towards the bottom, there's a membership corner for our group. And if we click on that, if we can go to the next slide, please. There too, we have all the documents that are there. I strongly recommend looking at the ones that show you how to fill out the Excel spreadsheet, which tallies points for you. The idea of Ignite is that all members are involved because everybody has something to contribute. So if you do that, I can guarantee you your club will do well. There are suggestions there also on retention, which is very, very important. And what's gonna happen if you do Ignite, you do the form, you turn it in, you're gonna get a Premier Award, which is something that we all want, to obtain at the end. I'm gonna put my email address in the chat, and so if anybody wants any information, there's an excellent PowerPoint in the membership corner. It's called Step by Step to Ignite that will walk you through every step of the way. Thank you very much. I believe we have Martin on next.
Yeah, Martin is doing the slide.
Well, hello. My name is Martin Magayan. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Los Fresnos. And one of the challenges that we have as clubs, I believe, is making sure that our clubs continue to grow and continue to be, well, for lack of a better word, and really there isn't, healthy. One of the things that a lot of us do is we go through life rushing and doing what we need to do. And sometimes we neglect to go to the doctor for our annual physical. Once we get to a certain age, it becomes very important because sometimes we don't feel the changes or we don't see the changes, but the changes are happening. And this is a tool that's very important that can be used by our clubs and needs to be used by our clubs every year so that we can continue to monitor the club's health. Sometimes things are going on in the background that we're not aware of. We don't notice everything because we're so busy, raising all this money and helping people day in and day out. And sometimes people drop out, or sometimes the interest level diminishes and we don't notice it. These are tools that are very, very good because they help us look at things that sometimes we don't look at. And we've talked about what a strong membership is, or how we can build a strong membership. And sometimes we neglect to look at the club morale or the club culture. And this Rotary Health Check is a good way to gauge how we're addressing this with our membership and keeping the members that are there, and also what we're doing to make people feel welcome. So I encourage you to go to this part of the Rotary. There's other tools that are available through the membership committee that we've developed, but it's important, and I encourage us to always take the time to take a check and see how we're doing. Thank you all very much for your time.
Thank you, Martine. So 5 years ago, the first dude and I had a vision for our district, and we were looking to inspire not only our district members, and we were looking at an app to improve the tools available to our members. And Nancy Paulson made that happen with input from several people. And I am excited to announce that today our app is new and improved, used more than ever, and I'd call it a game-changing app. So very, very exciting. There are many, many features on there. A couple I want to highlight, especially as they apply to membership, is and our engagement with Foundation and Public Image is there's a direct link to MyRotary link. So you don't even have to type in the URL. You can just click on that, go right to the Rotary link and log in. There's a link to the toolbox that was mentioned on our website. So it's another avenue where you can get to that. Most of us find we use this app sometimes even daily. There's also a link to the Lone Star Division of Rotary Leadership Institute. Many of us have gotten our certification to be faculty. You know that we offered that last year, hopefully in our district, and right now it's being offered virtually through the Lone Star Division, but there's a direct link there to find out what's going with that with RLI, and I've seen that in the comments for a way to get your members engaged and also give them a new member orientation. There's also, speaking of the foundation, is the DDF grants. There's some information on that. And hot off the press, I'm not even sure how many know about this yet, but there's a brand new 5930s Rotarian to Rotarian business directory. And some of you may remember when Maxie Hauser had the dream to have the yellow pages for our district. Well, that's almost what this is, except it's on the app now. So it was just launched. I got the inside scoop last week from Nancy, and it is hot and ready to start using. So I'm really, really excited about that as a tool. And again, you can look at other things. I'm going to add the link in our chat box. And if you want, right on our district website, I'll tell you how to download the app if you've not already done it. If you use the previous app, this is a new app. So you have to uninstall the previous app and you can do this new one. Again, I think you're really, really going to enjoy it. The next slide is I'd like to talk just briefly again.
If
yes.
I can interrupt and
You
I
bet.
will take time. Response to a question. The app cannot be found in the app stores for either Google or iOS. You have to go to the district website to be able to download it.
Thank you, Nancy. And that's kind of one of the reasons it's game changing is because there were some platforms that it wasn't compatible with because of things well beyond Nancy's, doing. That had to do with licensing requirements and things like that. So that's kind of why this is game changing, is this makes it more available to more platforms. So thanks, Nancy, for catching that chat that I wasn't monitoring. And just very, very briefly, again, I want to highlight the Rotary Leadership Institute in addition to all the other additional resources that are listed here. But a very, very proven program to get your members engaged and to improve on retention. And we are really excited to be premiering that and be active in that. And Andy Hagan serves as our chair for that. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Luis and have him finish us out here. Thanks, Luis.
What a great job. The team is fantastic and the timing is just perfect. Thank you. And I think now we're ready for Strong Membership Is, and it's a video that we're going to show. And you know how that goes with videos, so we can wait a couple of seconds there. There we go. My name is Luis Cavazos. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of Membership District 5930.
My name is Andy Hagan.
My name is Corina Martinez.
My name is Orlando Hernandez. This is Eddie Bartneski.
Martin Magayan. A strong membership is
helping others and providing hope for those in need.
Mashmuliyat, inclusiveness.
Means active engagement.
Quality relationships.
is rooted in service.
Is when Rotarians lend a helping hand.
Is Flying High with Rotary in Rotary District 5930.
Is what makes it all possible.
Is igniting. Use Ignite to increase your membership.
Membership empowers us for service.
Means to me the opportunity to build great relationships, better friendships, and to make a difference in the life of others.
Connects. It connects people, it connects the community, it connects the country, it connects the world. These connections are what make our membership strong.
Membership means an open invitation for the world to join us, because membership rocks. Membership rocks. We just I want to thank the team, and we're going to conclude with this statement made by Paul Harris back in 1935, and maybe some of you have heard it already, but this is a changing world. We must be prepared to change with it. The story of Rotary will be written again and again. And thank you very much for joining us. If you have a couple of questions, I think we have a few seconds. Thank you.